Directing your attention back to Exhibit 10, do I understand your testimony correctly on page 1, that it's your testimony that you had a right to provide photographs, for example, this one on page 1, without permission of Greg Shade?
I'm going to object that it's vague and ambiguous, and I think it mischaracterizes his prior testimony. I'm not sure whether who you're talking about him providing anything to at this point.
Well, do you understand the question?
If you'll repeat it again, I'll try to answer.
It appears from Exhibit 10 that San Francisco Weekly got a photograph, the caption of which is here, "Greg Shade is gunning for terrorists." Mm-hmm. Did you provide that photograph to San Francisco Weekly?
I'm going to object that the question calls for speculation.
Can you read the question back?
It appears from Exhibit 10 that San Francisco Weekly got a photograph of a caption of which is here, "Greg Shade is gunning for terrorists." Did you provide that photograph to San Francisco Weekly?
Do you need to speculate to determine whether you provided the photograph to San Francisco Weekly?
I'll withdraw the objection.
No. I believe I gave that to Ashley.
Okay. And did you believe you had permission to give the photograph to Ashley?
Did I or do I?
Well, I'm asking you.
I'm asking you what you said. Did you say, did you believe or do you believe?
Can you read the question back?
Do you believe you had permission to give the photograph to Ashley?
I'm going to object that it's vague as to whether we're talking about legal permission or permission as a layperson would understand it. But you can answer.
Yeah, I believed I could give her this picture.
Do you have any written documents or any, strike that, do you have any written documents that memorialize any understanding you have with Greg Shade that you are entitled to use any of his photographic stills?
Just the letter of intent.
Okay. Do you have any proof that Greg Shade has given you permission to use his photographic stills without his permission?
I'm going to object to the vagueness of the term proof. It's a legal construct. But you can answer if you like.
Okay. Will you just repeat that, please? Sorry.
Sure. To repeat the question.
Do you have any proof that Greg Shade has given you permission to use his photographic stills without his permission?
Yeah, I'd have to have you reword that. That doesn't make sense. Do I have any?
Okay, I'll try again. Has Greg Shade ever given you any authorization to make public any of his photographs?
Yes.
And what is that permission?
It's in the letter of intent.
And the letter of intent, where does it say in the letter of intent? And by letter of intent, we are describing what's been marked as Exhibit 6. Where does it say that Greg Shade allows you to disclose his photographic stills to the public without his permission.
Well, that language is not in this document.